What's happening, guys? Back again, finishing my workout for the day, and I wanted to share this video, and I wanted to talk about some of the, there's this thing when we try to achieve goals that we have, and I talk a lot about achieving goals, and sometimes, when we're not getting there, or they're not happening the way we want, we're not getting what we want, feels like it's never going to happen, and either maybe you've been told this before, or you maybe have some kind of an awareness of it, but that you're blocking yourself from achieving your goals, right? A lot of times we're told that, you're blocking it, right? You're blocking your whatever you want from coming to you, right? You're blocking yourself from it. You're cutting it off, right? So, and it does happen, but a lot of times we don't really, we're not given any context for it, I guess, or we're not really told what we can do to make sense out of it. So if I'm blocked from having the body I want, from losing weight, from having the relationship I want, or making the money I want, if I'm blocking myself from that, or I'm blocking it from coming to me, what do we do about it? Like, how do we unblock ourselves, basically, right? And here's the thing, and so I want to share this because, I got a question about this over the weekend from somebody saying the same thing. Like, she was trying to manifest things in her life for the past year. She's tried all this stuff, vision boards, positive affirmations, meditation, gratitude, visualization, doing all these things, and nothing's really changing. And, I right away, I was like, man, I so identify with that because that's all the stuff that I did when nothing was changing for me. I was overweight. I was unhappy. I, was at one point $55,000 in debt and bankrupt, and felt horrible all the time, and I read all the books. I had affirmations all over the damn house, on the fridge, in the bathroom, the bedroom, my car. I repeated them constantly. I created the vision boards. I, did all that kind of stuff. I read all the self-help books, went to see motivational speakers, listened to audio programs constantly, and nothing really changed. And, it's not that there's anything wrong with doing those things. I think that they can help, but they're kind of an add-on to something that goes deeper. So when we're blocking ourselves, or we're being blocked, we're blocking the goal from coming to us. The thing that is so important to understand, I wish somebody would have told me this, because it would have saved me so much damn time, is to understand that all of these things that we're taught, they're not very effective. They don't really work. They don't change anything because they're dealing with the conscious mind, okay? And so I'll explain this real quick, so kind of hang with me, but they're just focused on conscious thought, right? So when we repeat affirmations, we have to constantly focus on doing it. We have to remember to do it. We have to keep those affirmations at the top of our mind. Vision boards do the same thing. The things that we want are on the board, and it kind of keeps it at the top of our mind. So we keep focusing on these things consciously. The problem is that our conscious mind only accounts for about, depending on what you read, maybe 2 to 5% of the actions we take and the results we get. Right? Only 2 to 5%. So where is the other 98 to 95% of what we do and what we are believing about ourselves and thinking and all that, and really what's running the show is the subconscious mind. So none of these kind of solutions are dealing with the subconscious mind. And what happens is that we're trying to take the 2 to 5% of our brain that kind of produces things in our life, and thinking that little bit is going to outweigh and outperform the other 95 to 98% that's running the show. And it doesn't work. That's why this stuff never really changes things for us. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying don't create a vision board and don't, recite affirmations, but if that's all that we're thinking we need to do to create, the outcomes we want, manifest our goals, or achieve the things that we want in life, like it's never going to really change things. And the problem with that, why I get so pissed off about it, is because when we do these things and we don't achieve what we want, we start to take it personally. We blame ourselves. We criticize ourselves. We think there's something wrong with us. We think that we don't deserve it. We're not good enough. We're not smart enough. and all these negative feelings happen, and it just begins this negative spiral where we reinforce the same thoughts and beliefs and emotions that we have that got us here in the first place, and that keep blocking us from being and doing, having what we want. So that's kind of the thing, that instead of just relying on these kind of solutions or these methods, it really gets into, if we want to make a change happen, if there's something that we want, we're blocking ourselves from it, it's a subconscious pattern that's going on. And a lot of times it's subconscious because we're not aware of it. We adopted these patterns years and years ago, a lot of times even in our childhood, as ways to cope with life. And over the years, it gets so reinforced that we don't even realize what's happening. It's just boom, boom, automatic. So until we become aware of the subconscious programming that we've got going on here that's blocking us from what we want, we stand very little chance to change it, right? So one of the things that we can do, and I've learned this, and it really is amazing how effective it is to start to really become aware of what our thoughts, our feelings, and our beliefs are around our goals. I mean, and it all starts with that, because I've said this a million times, awareness is the prerequisite for choice and the foundation for change. We cannot change if we don't have a choice, or we don't know what the choices are. And we don't have a choice if we're not aware of it. If I'm locked in a room and I don't know that there's a way out by opening the door, and I don't realize that that's an option, I don't have a choice. I'm stuck in that room. Until I realize that I can open the door, I have no choice. Once I realize I can open the door, I have a choice, and then I can change. Then I can make a change. I can open the door and walk out and make that change, right? So this applies to whatever it is, whether it's, our bodies, or whether it's our career, our relationships, our money, whatever the situation is. It's really understanding and getting in tune, becoming aware of what your thoughts, feelings, beliefs are around the goals you have. It will tell you so much and open your eyes, and it will create the choice that you need to make the changes that you want. Is it rocket science? No. Is it almost too simple to believe that it'll work? I mean, you might be like even shaking your head going, that's bullshit. That'll never work. Trust me. It works so damn well because it's so simple. And a lot of the things that we're not taught are very simple. They're very simple. It's not rocket science. But if we're trying to deal with the things that we want, and we're trying to layer on affirmations and meditation and meditation, actually, if we do it right, will get into the subconscious, but vision boards and mantras and all these techniques, if we're trying to layer that on top of a subconscious belief system that says, no, that's not possible for you. No, you're never going to lose the weight. No, every single diet and workout you do has always failed, and this is going to fail. No, you're not good enough to have the relationship you want. No, you're not lovable enough. Nobody will love you. Nobody wants you. No, you'll never make the money you want. You're broke. You're a failure. If we've got that kind of programming going on, there's no way any affirmations, vision boards, or any of that shit is going to overcome that. We've got to deal with that. We've got to get aware of the subconscious patterns that are blocking us and driving or keeping us from what we want. And that's how we do it. Rocket science, no. Simple, yes. Effective, totally. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. If you have any comments or questions or anything, type them in below. That's all I've got for today. So I hope that this helps. I hope this connects with you or makes sense in some way. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. Till next time, take care. Have an awesome, awesome day.